Welcome to the First 40 Sports Show with the squad. It's Black Thor, Icewater, and Puma. We're going to start off with college football, the playoffs, and then there were four. Your thoughts, Black, on the games of the past weekend and predictions, because Notre Dame, by God, they done it. My Schlep Rock little phase is over.
I would tell you something. Not only Notre Dame, man. I look at Penn State. It's like the second half of the season. Both of these two teams evolved. They've got stronger. They're playing more intense. And it's something to watch, man. It's something to watch. Penn State. I'm looking at this team. I'm like, it's not the same team I watched about a month ago. Notre Dame. They putting the hurt on folks, man. All right. So yeah. And speaking of hurt, somebody must have given something to the Ohio State players, man, because these cats came out against Oregon like I'm like, damn. I know we had to beat some beat downs the first week of the playoffs when it first started, but damn, they should have had that game probably that week also because Ohio State took it to them, boys. They took it to them. I'm still not a big fan of Texas, and I'm looking around and I'm happy that they're there. But I have to say, man, with all the criticism and everything that's been going on back and forth about the playoffs, these four teams that are remaining should be very good. Should be very good. Good contrast playing, good competitive. And I like the fact that New Year's has passed and we still have some, excitement, some intensity going on in college football, man. What more do you want, boss? What more do you want? Well, maybe Pam Grier, but other than that, that's about it.
Ice, the four teams that got a bye got sent home real quick. So it makes me wonder whether or not they should even get a bye. Well, they should get byes, but they need to prepare themselves more. And then, I'm sitting here watching the games. I think, and you said this last week, and I'm beginning to think this. This is Ohio State's championship to lose right now.
You know what? Hey, I ain't even gonna say what you expect me to say. I'm just gonna say results speak. That's all it is. And one thing I think the best thing for Ohio State is right now is the fact that there's so many doubters as to what happened back right after Thanksgiving, right? And you just got to come out and play. You got to come out and play. And with all, like I told you last week, with all of the stuff, all of the talent that they have, if they come together, they can play with anybody. And I think they just kind of, because the whole Oregon thing was, oh man, it's Oregon and all this. It was like, I told my brother, when Jeremiah Smith said, I dare them to cover me one-on-one. A freshman. He said, y'all have to go single coverage, I'm gonna eat your ass up. And you can say that's boys, boisterous or whatever. Dude, like, no, it ain't about that. I'm just letting y'all know, and you single cover me, I'm gonna kill you. And that's what they did. And then the defense came on. And just think about how focused they were. And you beat that team, the number one team in the nation, undefeated team, the favorite basically going to the playoff. Everybody was all stuck on, and they got manhandled. They got manhandled. Everybody was like, what happened? What happened? I mean, they got manhandled. And nobody's talking about that. I mean, you out there, my brother was like, they should have scored 70. I was like, what you want? They beat them by 20. What you want them to do? They scored, what, 35 points? And he said they scored 7 points in the second half. What else you need to do? You need to save something for later on. But I think they were ready. I think they heard all this. And sometimes everybody know this when it comes to sports or whatever, even in life. You get tired of people talking shit about you. You know what you did. You know what was wrong. And you want to just not just prove yourself right to them, but you just want to come out and do what you do best. But you look at now Penn State, and gotta give it to Penn State, because I promise you, I did not think they was gonna be there. I'll be the first one to go. I don't know. And Notre Dame did what Notre Dame was supposed to do, and I'm still like, I'm surprised. I'm surprised, but both of them made it, and Texas is like, we're gonna see. We're gonna see, because if they're not ready, we just never know what's gonna happen. But kudos to Marcus Freeman for sure, because he got them guys ready. Now we're gonna find out what Penn State really all about. Because Marcus is gonna go back to old school Big Ten football, like they control the possession, time of possession, and move forward. This is gonna be a hell of a game.
All right, your quick prediction on who plays in the championship.
Ooh, I'm gonna go. I think Notre Dame's gonna win. I think Notre Dame's gonna win because I think they're just gonna tough it out, and they've been showing you they're capable of that. And Marcus Freeman wants to be there. And I think Ohio State is gonna beat Texas because of the fact that they've been going around with the issues of trying to get the ball, and I think they're going to do it like they did against Oregon. They're going to pressure the quarterback, and then they're going to make the Texas defense stop them. And I think that's going to be enough. So I'm sure Ohio State, Notre Dame.
Black, quick prediction. Who do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing, but I will say this one thing I'm gonna pay attention to, man, because after a big win like that, it could be an emotional letdown for Ohio State. Hope that doesn't happen. But to me, this is where this coach is going to earn his keep, man. I'm not saying he hasn't done it all season, but I want to see how they go. If they've come out flat, I'll be a little curious.
Yeah.
Can I say one last thing?
Yeah.
One last thing. This is kind of like Black Thor in the NCAA tournament last few years, right? When you got on that hot team, they rolling. When you get out the team that come out hot after the tournament, they won 6 games, you go, all right, I like them. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think that's where they are right now. It's like we'll have nothing to lose. They had to play in California, closer to Oregon. They going to Texas, literally in their home base, Texas, playing them. And it's like, we ain't got nothing to lose now.
Yeah, I'm going to say Ohio State. And like The Rock says, it doesn't matter who playing against them.
Look, Rock, I told you, see, stop it.
But if Coach Day messes up this one,
Slap. See, why you got to say that? Just say.
I got to say.
Come on, Slap.
NFL football. Week 18 was bizarre, to say the least. It was like, I couldn't watch the games, but I was checking my phone and going, what? Did the Green Bay Packers forfeit the game? What happened? What happened? Ice, real quick, man. What are some of the games that stood out to you? And I'll say this. Pickens needs to be investigated for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You can't drop that many balls in a big-time game. But Ice, your thoughts.
Hey, man, I'm going to say this. If you really look at it, what happened was supposed to happen. Kansas City don't put their people out there, they get blowed out, right? Chicago, like, y'all playing with us? We're going to win that game. Teams like, look, we don't care. Y'all don't want to put the bright people out there. We're going to keep on. And again, as great as Minnesota has been, Detroit was like, not today. So I think it's what it was. Teams just kind of stepped up and did what they do. It was hard. And that's why I couldn't get a handle on it. Then it was like, and then they say Purdy got hurt. And I was like, I'm done. I was like, I'm done. I can't win for losing. I was like, it is what it is. But it just teams were stepping up, doing whatever. And last but not least, my last point on this is the New England coach said, I'm already fired. Fuck it, y'all won't get the number 1 pick. I'm going to make sure you don't get the pick because we're going to win. I won't be here, but you will not have the number 1 pick. Enjoy.
Yeah, we're going to get to that a little bit later. But Black, week 18, man. And when you said last week in NFL picks, the Raiders, I was like, no.
That was a reach. Granted, that was a reach, man. But I did scan some of the games, and like you, I kind of turned it a little bit too. But watching the game last night, man, Minnesota and Detroit, I'm looking at Minnesota, and it's like basically what everybody said. When it comes down to it, that quarterback's not going to be able to do it, man. They were in the red zone 3 times in the first half. No touchdowns, Rawls. Yeah. Pass high. It's like he starts to see ghosts, hear ghosts. The ball is coming out. So a good season for them, but I think it's going to be an early exit once they hit the playoffs. Green Bay, I don't know what the hell's going on with them. It's like they can't handle success. I'll focus on this and I'll leave on this. A lot of crazy stuff went on, but to me, I looked at Saquon Barkley. Saquon, you got to say what you want, bro. When the coach came to you and asked if you want to play, hell yeah, I want to play. Hell yeah, I don't care. You could put Saquon with their backups and he could have got that record. It made no sense to play that game without Saquon yesterday, man. None at all. None at all. You could have put the guards out there for the first quarter. He could have, on the Giants defense, he could have got 75 yards in the first quarter, maybe in one play. So to me, that didn't get enough of conversation. I understand you want to rest people, but here's a man that battled for you all year, won games when your quarterback was playing a little lackluster, and you get a chance to go ask him. No, let's not ask about this. Let's go get this with Saquon.
Yeah. We're going to, like I said, we're going to talk about the firing of coaches this season in our NFL Pick Show. So go to that show to get that because we want to get to college basketball. Tennessee has the number 1 spot. UCLA women have the number 1 spot. Let's talk about the men. UConn, Memphis, and UCLA have some big jumps in the rankings. And I remember when UConn started off the season, I think 0-3, and it was like, whoa, maybe the king is dead, but the king is really making a big jump up there. This is a different UConn team, but they're finding ways to win. Black?
Yeah, you're right, man. They were out of the top 25 or 25 a couple of weeks ago. When you think about it, that's coaching, man. That's coaching. And we kind of forgot, even the games they lost, they didn't lose by much and they weren't beaten bad. They won the game. They lost some tight, close games. So I guess he's gotten this team kind of settled down to play some UConn basketball, and they're starting to bring it, man. Just Hurley starting to bring it. And I guess he's looking back now and not being too unsatisfied. They didn't take that Lakers job either. So I'm sure that's helping him kind of coach a little better as well.
Shouts out to JJ Redick. It's the media. It's the media. Ice, college basketball heating up. I know, the NFL is going into playoff season, but this is usually when college basketball starts to take off.
Yes, team out there that we're gonna throw it out there. I know Black will write notes down now. Iowa State is Iowa State is playing real well. I watched them defeat Baylor. They play with no holds barred. They come at you real hard. They got some big fellas, and they move the ball real well, and they can shoot as well. So I like Iowa State from that standpoint. Another team that kind of moved around a little bit, and they jumped up. We talk about Duke and all this other stuff, but Kentucky was like they beat undefeated Florida, and even though Kentucky got manhandled by Ohio State earlier in the year, they have athletes, and they get together, do what they got to do, get up and down. So we'll see what they do down the line. But they popped up real quick. It's like they're number 4 now, over Duke, over Florida. I'm like, so the voters don't want to be wrong. So they don't want to miss on Kentucky. So that's why they throwing them up early. Because it's like, well, see, middle of the season, I knew Kentucky was going to be real good. They don't want to miss out on them. But it's wide open. Some of the old favorites are coming up, like Auburn. Auburn's in the mix. And them other ones, like we said before, them Houstons and them other folks going to start sliding up. So it was cool early on. All these little pretenders was up there. Now the cream about to rise to the top because it's showtime. Only problem a question I want to find out: can Bill Self turn around Kansas?
Yeah, that's gonna be the thing right there. Let's go to the NBA, and there are 2 stories that I wanted to really kind of showcase on this, and I'll go to Ice with this one first. Jimmy Butler, he wants to be traded. They suspended him, for behavior that's against the team, whatever. But who should he be traded to, and why? If you had to pull that trigger.
It is. I've been reading a lot because I love some Jimmy Butler, and I know they've been talking about it, and him and Spoelstra been going at it. And I think Pat Riley just said, you know what? You don't want to be here. You act like crazy. I'm just gonna get you out of here. And it's hurting the team because they suspended him 7 games. 2 teams off the rip. One I like to see personally happen, and they probably won't do it because they don't want to mess nothing up. You know what I'm gonna say? Send him to OKC, bro. You put that bro down there, OKC. I'm just saying. They need something solid. Somebody that don't have no problem. He don't need to be a star. He just want to come in and give you some energy. He will do that. I don't think it's going to happen because they're scared to get rid of anybody and mess up with the chemistry. I get that. Holmgren's coming back. I understand they won't do that. But the one team I did see there's a possibility, which makes a lot of sense, and everybody should be scared. Everybody's talking about Dallas. Nah, I'm telling you right now, Denver. That's the damn problem. And I'm telling you why. Because people go, oh, whatever. This dude gonna come in, he gonna play his ass off. And one thing Denver need right now, their bench is not what it used to be last couple of years. The Joker's mad upset. What you need to do, I said before, the little honeymoon period is over. Michael Porter Jr., it's time to go. They need a dog back in there. You done got your little money, you either hurt, talking to your dad, you over there making commercials and shit. It's time to get them out of here. We need somebody serious. Jimmy Butler want to win. Jimmy Butler to Denver.
All right. Black?
I'm going to tell you, man, I think sometimes we get caught up in the past. The bigger past is kind of basically predict the future. I wouldn't touch Jimmy Butler. I mean, not to go against what I said, Denver don't need him. OKC definitely don't need him. I'm not saying Denver don't need him. I just don't think he's going to come in and fit well with any team, man. Jimmy Butler likes to take over. So if you go to a team that's kind of young, they're going to kind of lose their way, and he's going to want to come in and kind of – he's not going to blend in. And that's the problem with Jimmy Butler. He comes in, he has that type of personality. He makes it about him. And at 35, looking at 36, I wouldn't touch him. I really would, man. And this is going to sound, maybe strange to hear. I think there's some G League players I would bring up instead of him. Much cheaper, get the same type of output out of him. I just wouldn't do it. I mean, he's big talk and all that right now, but no, if I was a general manager, I would not even look his way.
I look at one team and one team only on the West that I would put Jimmy Butler on, and they need a dog in there, and they can make one more run at it. Is the Golden State Warriors? They need a dog. They need somebody to make a run at it. He wants a championship. That would be the team that I would pull the trigger on. Get rid of Wiggins. Get rid of the big dude. Some of these young players who aren't really developing, get rid of them. Make one last run at a championship. Put Jimmy Butler on that team. Let's see what we can do. All right, Charles Barkley. I'm gonna go to you, Black, on this one. Charles Barkley went at it with JJ Redick. JJ Redick said, "Hey, the media is saying that the NBA sucks, so that's what everybody's believing." And Charles Barkley said, "Wait a minute, it ain't the media. You need to take a look at your team. You need to take a look at what this product is really kind of produced in the last few years." So, your thoughts on Charles Barkley, who hit a home run again, as far as I'm concerned, with the state of NBA basketball?
Yeah, it's a grand slam, man. I mean, one thing about it in life, at some point, you got to take accountability, man, and put the truth where it belongs. And it's not the media's fault. It's not the media's job to support your sport. That's not their job, boy. It's just not our job to support your sport and highlight your sport. We're supposed to commentate on your sport, talk about it, and inform. Well, that's not our job to support you and be marketing for your game. There's no game to market. I mean, you were part of your game was basically lackluster. You just lasted in the league because we thought you was a three-point shooter specialist, but you really weren't that good either. So let's face it, man. The league has went down. A lot of you guys think just like JJ Redick, you guys believe you're better than what you are. People got tired of it. They don't want to watch it anymore. There's other things to tune into. When I could tune off an NBA game and turn a movie on, says a lot, bro. And don't feel like I'm missing something. And don't feel like it. And it's not that many top teams you really want to pay attention to. Hell, you can't watch Boston and Cleveland every night. You can't watch Boston and OKC every night. And I spoke with Golden State a little while ago. Man, Golden State's done, bro. They're done. They're going to basically milk what they can out of Curry for the next few weeks or years. They're done. And that's what it is, man. The league is basically depleted. They kind of, for the most part, got stuck in that one and done. And that's what you got now. Done.
Ice, your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand what Barkley's saying, but you telling us the media is saying whatever, but no, when you play good basketball, it just resonates, right? You play good basketball, you out there, you win so many games. Okay, see, been winning some games even without Chet Holmgren. It resonates. People pay attention to certain things. But then when you come out and you keep making excuses for the Lakers, when you keep making the trade, so now you got this trade, and now you're looking at somebody else, and LeBron is still gonna be LeBron, and AD gonna be him. And until you do something different, what do you expect people to do? Boston play up and down. You got some other people. Like right now, they talk about trading possibility looking at Bradley Beal getting traded from Phoenix. When everybody thought that was going to be the answer. So when you're not producing, given what people are looking for, you're not living up to the potential of what was happening on the team, they're gonna be mad. They're gonna be upset. So the Lakers are always gonna, as long as LeBron's out there and AD is gonna be out there, they're always expected to rise to the occasion. But that's not the case. So now you need to figure something out, JJ Redick, and quit blaming the media. How about you work one? You got rid of D'Lo, you made them changes. What you gonna do? So step up. That's the job you wanted. You took it. Quit crying, talking about it's somebody else's fault. Coach the damn team. Darvin Ham did. They fired him. Coach the damn team and shut up. Play ball.
Yeah. Quick hitter, Black.
It's interesting. I didn't realize this until yesterday, that the quarterback for Ohio State, they didn't allow him to get on the platform at the end of the game, if you notice. They basically told him there's a weight limit, that how many people were up there will let him come up. Some people want to believe that he would have went up there and said some religious things, and ESPN did not want him up there. Take your choice. But I find when the last time you have a quarterback that plays well in professional or collegiate football, and he's not on the platform?
Ice? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that at all. I want to give a shout out like to certain guys, like for instance, that show great sportsmanship. You look at the standpoint of you had like one of Oregon's defensive backs after Ohio State won, stayed around and kind of congratulating them. You see other people like just really showing good sportsmanship, even though they lose or they just kind of good dudes. And that you don't see that all the time. So I want to give credit to people like that too. And one other thing too, credit to Faker, Shaker, Baker, Mayfield. Okay, I'm gonna give it to him because of the fact that they had one play to go, and he made sure that Evans got his money, bro. $3 million bonus for breaking, getting 1,000 yards, and they called the play, and it really wasn't scripted or anything because that's what they wanted to do. And he gave his money. Mans was like, man, what the hell are y'all doing? Baker was like, I don't give a fuck. Hey, do that, spin, turn, come get this rock and get your money. That's what I'm talking about. Also, it shows too, him meeting that record, tying that record for 11 straight seasons with 1,000 yards or more, tying the great Jerry Rice. That's why Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Jerry Jones didn't start old boy at the quarterback because he wanted to save $500,000. Geez, that's Scatterboo from Arizona State. NFL teams, you need to get this guy in the backfield. Scatterboo is the man. All right, last second shot, Ice.
Yeah, Scatterboo is the truth. My brother was saying the same thing, and he was tough. Man, you with John Riggins and Rocky Blyer.
Yeah.
No nonsense. And he can throw the ball. I was like, why is
throw it, catch it, run you over.
Old school. He don't run out of bounds. He's just like, yeah, I'm going to stay in there. So guys like that, you root for because you want to see them do well. I'm just interested to see how things are going. And last thing is with the script, the NFL guys did not follow the script because you had all these teams that are trying to be number one and it ended up being Tennessee. Tennessee trade that pick to Oakland so they can get them a damn quarterback. Or the Ravens, I'm sorry, Las Vegas.
Black.
Last second shot, man. It's interesting. I'm looking at the center for Philadelphia. Can't think of his name right now. Someone help me.
Kelsey? The former
for 76ers. I'm sorry, 76ers. Basketball player.
Embiid, yeah.
Embiid. A couple of weeks ago, man, he got thrown out. He did a foul. He fell into a guy and got thrown out. Come to find out, the ref, texted him twice. The second time, he called it's alleged that he called the ref a dirty blonde. And she threw him out of the game. And then when she threw him out, he proceeded after he was going to come and fight her and everything else. I'm saying to myself, at some point, man, you got to go be professionalism. You got to realize it's not the referee, boss. It's you. I mean, realistically, are we to the point to where we can just say anything to anybody because we make that type of money? That was not nice to say to her, bro. She might have made a mistake, so what? But she did not deserve to be demeaned like that, man. We got to do better as men. We really do.
Commissioner of the NBA, I was talking to two gentlemen over the weekend, and this is a quick fix for the NBA. Follow basic basketball rules. That's it. Follow the rules. Tired of seeing the traveling, tired of seeing the palming the ball, double dribble, all that stuff. Follow basic basketball rules. It's gotten out of hand. We'll see you next time. Peace.